Damn, bro. Look at these scruffy ass screens with their mysterious high compression look. Aircars shows a lot of Cybermorph's blood. It's basically Cybermorph on land and was one of the very last and most limited releases on the Jaguar. Not even coming in a box, I don't think. There's no music, just the constant gentle hum of the Aircars as they car on air like a hovercraft for eBay scalpers, but I find its airy mechanical drone to be pretty calming. Aircars is just another very weirdly zen kind of game in that sort of shitty game way. The multiplayer, for example, requires the Jaguar's link cable, a peripheral for letting consoles connect. Now, obviously I don't have a second Jaguar just sitting around, nor the right cable, nor anyone who'd probably benefit from playing Aircars in my life, but it's just hilarious to me that there's only 3 games to use this cable and Aircars is the one using it the most. See, it allows for a maximum of 8 players, so if you really wanted to, and had 8 Jaguars, 8 monitors, 8 copies of Aircars, and enough link cables to hook them all up, controllers and people, then, and only then, can you enjoy some 8-player Aircar deathmatch. Like, my fucking god. That sounds like an insane night, and I'd love to know if anyone has ever actually somehow managed to get this working, because I highly doubt it ever has. Maybe only the devs, if anyone. So unless your 8 pinball friends are also avid Jaguar peripheral collectors, then damn, what a blessed life you live. So yeah, they show you what you gotta destroy on the level and just sort of leave you to it. Nice and easy to get to grips with. You just aircar around and blast away at buildings that fall down like a house of cards smothered in jam, and avoid enemies, and once the targets are destroyed you zip right on through the end gate. It's easy to die, but there's unlimited continues, although you respawn in a different place every time. The arrow up top does a decent enough job of showing you where the nearest target is. It only points in 8 directions though, so there's still a bit of guesswork, but the map is alright as well. Same kinda acceleration dial controls as Cybermorph, and similar power-ups that I never really found much use for, cause the controls in regular shots just do fine. It maybe benefit from a strafe button for combat, but you don't really need to fight, you just kinda dart around smashing buildings, and the speed feels nice. The hills and low poly trees fly past, really giving you that rush of going fast and lifting you over the land with momentum. The air time in the Aircars feels fairly far, and the side cameras give very nice ambient views of these desolate landscapes. Now used down on the grounds of the Cybermorph worlds, now Bubsy about to become a victim of vehicular manslaughter, or whatever the fucking Aircar classes as. So again, yes, I think this game looks awesome. It's such an off-kilter, desolate ambience. The flat buildings and towers you tear down all look so out of place on these barren lands, like an oasis in these darkened, skyless realms. Gazing from the ground at Cybermorph's gradient skyboxes, the way the whole screen turns as you do also makes for a cool, if not hard to follow, ride. Especially the rotating autopsy cam and the worldwide red damage flashes bleeding dark red light across the screen. I like how they try and sculpt a room in this building. Like, just imagine the view up there. The amount of green you'll see atop of this bitch, god damn.
Target destroyed.
And this yellow is presumably a desert, but it looking more like a fucking custard realm, bro. Also, fog in the desert, is that a thing? Is it? Did they just make it up? I mean, inventing an environment like that, it sure is some old 3D game type shit. I mean, oh, okay, so no, apparently it is a thing. Oh, damn. The cruddy side little fanfares are so freaking good as well. It's peak fart trumpets. But yeah, the combat is basically just aim and shoot first to win. Now, avoiding gunfire ain't easy, but again, with this speed, fighting ain't the preferred method anyway. I can definitely see this being chaotic fun in multiplayer, hella stupid, wrestling with the jank. Like, just imagine a room of 8 Atari Jaguars all playing this shit at once. It would be stupendous. Aye, friends with a question mark would be correct. These foggy, grassy hills remind me a lot of home when, you know, it's all foggy and shit out on the moor, a dreary walk in the British countryside on a typical Wednesday afternoon. The snow levels too, this fog-bathed sensory deprivation winter wonderland, such a stark look, the sheer liminality of this blank slate world, navy box buildings and lilac domes, luminous among the endless white horizon. Barren Christmas vibes, man, I love me some destitute snowfields. Makes me wish it'd snow again soon, the way snow blankets everything and subdues the feel of everywhere you go, and trying to capture that visually, this kind of altered state that snow brings to the world, it's cool. Also low poly, big tall boy, chunky snowman, yes, no, don't decapitate the snowman, no. And there's this turret thing that always kicked my ass before I even got 2 hits in. It's sort of like a mini boss, but I know, it's kind of weird. The gunfire can get pretty crazy at times, but who cares, bro? Imagine caring when bouncy Aircar go wee. Yeah, sometimes the level exit is surrounded by these turrets, so just trying to swoop through the exit is pretty hard. You gotta be like dead center lest you bonk off the sides. You just keep frantically throwing yourself in and praying you can somehow shimmy your way past the dangers and through the goal. It's honestly the game's highlight for me. And man, the level boundaries are just these huge red lines as if God has sticky taped the earth together to mark where fucking regions exist. But yeah, I like Aircars and how its play feels, but like Cybermorph, I'm mostly just here for its weird, elusive sort of shit, you know, the colours and shapes of all these hills, rising from the land, hurtling through this empty zen nowhere. Whatever the shit an Aircar is, I am quite a fan.